I believe he will. I believe his word is true. I believe he will. The devil thought he... You wouldn't believe what he did to me.
Good morning, Shiloh. Welcome to our morning worship. Welcome to all of you joining us online. How many of you are glad to be in the house of the Lord one more time? I don't know about you, but my God has been so good to me. I couldn't wait to get here just to tell him I thank you for everything you've done, not just what you've done this week, but Lord, how you kept me this year, how you kept me last year, how you kept me down through the years. If I don't know nothing else, I know that we serve a good God. He is good and he is worthy to be praised. So let's give him some praise this morning. Amen. 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 At this time, we'll turn it over to our clerk.
Good morning, Shiloh members and guests and those who are joining us on live stream. Thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your caring. Pastor and Shiloh family, you're a great example of everything that's right with the world. Thank you for showing us unconditional love, and it's immeasurable. Thank you to our deaconess ministry, deacons, mission, wild staff, and mothers, and of course, our entire church family. And this is from the Cheatham family. Women of the Word Fellowship Brunch. Ladies, mark your calendar for the last Women of the Word gathering for 2022. And it will be held on Saturday, December 17th at 11 o'clock a.m. in the Gathering Center. All women of Shiloh are invited and encouraged to attend. Any questions, please see the Wild Ministry staff. Again, that's on Saturday, December 17th at 11 o'clock a.m. in the Gathering Center. Reverend and Mrs. Daniels Christmas. Please show your love and appreciation for our beloved pastor and first lady during this holiday season. Bring your love offering or gifts for the first family on next Sunday, December 11th, during our 9:30 a.m. worship service. Ministry leaders, Pastor Daniels would like to thank our ministry leaders for their leadership, dedication, and support of Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church over the years. So to show his appreciation, Pastor is inviting you to a ministry appreciation luncheon, which will be held on Saturday, December 10th at 2 o'clock p.m. in the Gathering Center. So that's next Saturday, December 10th at 2 p.m. here at the church. We will next have a follow-up announcement from Sister Dana Abrams coming to us on behalf of our Birthday Club ministry. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Have a very blessed week and have a very blessed holiday season. Thank you.
Good morning, Shiloh. I bring you greetings from our birthday ministry. First of all, I'd like to thank all the members that have supported us during this first year's endeavor of celebrating our members' birthdays. But for the month of December, we will be celebrating on December 18th. As we know, many folks will be traveling for the holiday season, and we don't want to miss the opportunity to celebrate you. So this month, it will be on December 18th. There will be folks in the vestibule at the tables for you to sign up, or you can also call into the church office. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
God has great things in store for you. If you know God has great things in store for you, why don't you just give him a hand wave offering? Lord, I don't know what you're gonna do, but while you're passing out blessings, don't forget about me. Help me sing it, choir. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Many great things in store. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Many great things in store. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Many great things in store for me. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Many great things in store for me. I have not seen, nor ears heard great things in store for me. I'll trust His word and believe great things in store. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Many great things in store for me. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? One more time. Do it again. Great things in store. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? One more time. God has so many great things in store for me. Can't you see? Give it up. Clap your hands with it as well. I have not seen, nor ears heard great things in store. I trust His word and believe great things. Do it again. Eyes have not seen, nor ears heard great things. So we're gonna trust His word. One more time, let's do it. Let's do it again. Eyes have not seen, nor ears heard great things. Let's go. Anybody gonna trust His word? If He made you a promise, you gotta trust Him. Let your trust issues lay up to the side. Here we go right here. Hey, say I'll trust His word. Great things in store for me. I'll trust His word. Great things in store for me. I'll trust His word. Great things in store for me. Say I'll trust
pray we'll all be ready.
Yeah.
I pray we'll all be ready. I pray we'll all be ready for his return. I pray that we'll get our business straight so we can all meet at the gate. I pray we'll all be ready for his return. Two men walking by the road, one of them had a heart pure as gold, and the sky was split, the pure in heart raptured away. But one of the other ones left behind, who did not purge his heart in time, cried to the Lord, but for him it is too late. I pray that we'll all, oh, I pray that we'll all be I pray that we'll get our business straight so we can all meet at the gate. I pray we'll all be ready for his return. Man and wife in their bed, one of them by the Spirit led, and the rapture came and took that one above. The other one grows on the
Seems like to me you all have that joy this morning. Amen. Thank you, choir. I know y'all tired now, aren't you? It's another day's journey, and I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad. It's another day's journey. Church, I'm glad. Oh, let me hear you. Let's say it again. It's another day's journey. Church, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad about it. Lord, I'm glad about it. It's another day's journey. Church, I'm glad. Whoa, I'm to be here. Listen, y'all. He woke me up this morning. Church, I'm glad. Are you glad he woke you up this morning? Yes, I'm glad about it. Yes, I'm glad about it, church. That he woke me up this morning. Church, I'm glad. Oh, I'm to be here. Listen, y'all. Mother Harris, he gave me help and strength, y'all. Church, I'm glad. Good seeing you. Oh, I'm glad about it. Yes, I'm glad about it, y'all. He gave me strength and strength, y'all. Church, I'm glad. Health and strength. Whoa. Listen, clothes in my right mind, y'all. Church, I'm glad. I knew who I am. Yes, I'm glad about it. Yes, I'm glad about it. Clothes in my right mind, y'all. Church, I'm glad. Whoa, to be here. There's so much the Lord has done for me. Y'all, let me tell you something. My wife told me that Dale was at a grocery store. She doesn't know I know it. And this man walked up to her and asked her for some money for a hotel room. Just out of nowhere. And she told him she didn't have cash on her. And he didn't do nothing else. I told Sister Daniel, but he could have had a gun. I said, that's just how things happen. People just walk up on you. There's so much the Lord has done for me. That's why we have to keep praying at all times. When I was a sinner, he He set me free. Oh, yeah. All of my burden, He helped me to bear. All of my sorrow, Lodina, the Lord helped me to share. There's so much that the Lord has done for me. Can you think about what He's done for you? I tell you, when the storm, I just feel it this morning, of life is raging. Stand by me. When the storm of life is raging, will you please stand by me, Lord? Oh yes, when this world is tossing me like a ship out on a raging sea, down who rule the wind and water. Come on and stand by me. God bless you. It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Another day's journey. I didn't get shot, I didn't get killed this week. My family's well. You are well. We got enough to thank Him for right there. Somebody didn't make it. Somebody's child didn't make it. Somebody's mother, somebody's father didn't make it. But we're still here. And we have something to be thankful for. Something to be thankful. Something to be thankful for. Get up and go and give somebody a hug. Get up. Go give somebody a hug. Get up. Go give somebody. Get up. Embrace somebody. It may be the last embrace. Embrace somebody. Get up. You never know what that old devil want to do to you. How you doing, sweetie? You just never know what that old devil want to do to you. Embrace somebody. Go embrace. This is family coming together. This is the church family coming together. This is family. We are family. We are family coming together. We are family coming together. God bless you, John. God bless you. God bless you. Let us return to our seats. We are family coming together. God bless you. Turn in your Bibles to Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 12. The 12th chapter of Luke. Luke chapter 12. As we stand in reverence of God's divine, eternal word. Luke chapter 12. Verse 16 through 21. Luke chapter 12. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself, and is not rich towards God. I want to talk about a barn filled with self and greed. A barn filled with self and greed. Now we want to teach this morning, so I need you to go to 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10. I want to establish something before we get into the text. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10. It said, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have error from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Paul is saying to Timothy, there's nothing wrong with money. It's not money that is the root of all kinds of evil. It's not money, Timothy. He said, what it is, Timothy, it is when you put money over everything in your life and will do whatever it takes to do it, and even compromise your faith in the Lord. You will, a lot of time when people become successful, they lose faith. They stop honoring God. And that's what Paul is warning Timothy about his calling as a preacher. He says, Timothy, don't get caught up in the love of money, coveting after money. He said, because it would change you. You become someone else. And you can't help it because you got too much. In Colossians chapter 3, I want you to see what Paul says about covetousness. Remember, it's not money that's evil. There's nothing wrong with money because God gave it to us. It's not that. It's just when you're a hog after it. It's all about, that's all your life consists of. In the last part of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 5, Paul says covetousness is idolatry. That simply means that when a person is greedy, he has made money his idol. It has become an idol god. That's what you worship. That's all on your mind. Is making money. You will do anything it takes to make it. It doesn't matter. That's what he's saying. And Paul is saying you have to be careful. So once again, let the record reflect. There's nothing wrong with you earning money, investing money, and become as rich as you want to become. God doesn't mind that. He just does not want you to put it over him and no one else. There's a reason why. So when we get into the text, is that clear? Everybody understand? Keep on working. Keep on investing. Children, don't y'all quit y'all jobs. I need y'all to keep working. Keep working. He just going to deal with greed and being greedy. He going to do and being selfish. In the text, this parable came about while Jesus was teaching the multitude of people who had gathered to hear him. Chapter 12, verse 1, you will see that many people had gathered together just to hear the Lord preach and teach. While he was doing that, a man in the crowd rudely interrupted Christ and asked him to solve a family problem that included money. So now to understand this parable, you will have to look at 13, 14, and 15 with me, chapter 12. And you will see what is going on. The reason why Christ gives us the parable is what happened in verse 13, 14. Okay? So when you look at verse 13, this guy came to Jesus, said, "Master, speak to my brother that he divide the inheritance with me." In other words, make him give me more than what he gave me. He wanted more. Now, inheritance means that somebody, a family of mother, father, somebody had died in the family and left the inheritance. Y'all see how long folks been fighting? When mom and dad had died, how children, how siblings, Lord have mercy. You talking about a fight. I want to see that policy, the will, and it's been messy for a long, long time. That's why the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that's happening now has always happened before. It's happened before. See, the Leviticus law gave the older brother a double portion of the inheritance because he was the heir to carry on the family. And the youngest one were divided what was left. Well, this younger brother wanted Christ to change the law. Make him give me the same amount he got. I mean, make him divide some of that he got. He need to give me more. Do I have any help in here? The man, this brother was selfish. He was greedy. Christ countered the interruption by asking him a question in verse 14. Christ said, "Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? Man, I can't solve this family mess. It can never be resolved. Somebody's going to always be mad. You're trying to involve me in a work that I am not called to do. I didn't come here for that. You're trying to involve me in something that I didn't come here to do." It was a selfish and greedy request. The man was not concerned about what Christ was teaching. No, he wasn't concerned about what Christ was teaching. He was there for his own benefit, to use Christ for his own interests. Y'all ain't praying here with me. And I'm afraid of many of people are not in church just to hear the Lord. They're in church for their own purpose and own interests. So many times people have come up to me and asked me to pray for them because they're getting ready to go to jail or something getting ready to happen. I don't even know who they are. They don't even come to church, but they come to church when they have a problem. A lot of people love to use Christ to solve their mess. Y'all ain't praying here with me. So the man was not concerned about what Christ was teaching. He was there only for his own benefit, to use Christ for his own interest. But Christ has had a divine calling that was decided not by man, but by God. I want to clear something up today. I want y'all to follow me in your Bible. Go to John 6:38. Let's clear this up. The divine mission of Christ. I want you all to know, and going forward, what was Christ's mission here on earth? And we're going to get into prosperity preaching and all that and teaching. What was the mission of Christ? Did he come to make us rich, debt-free financially? If that's his calling, if this is why God sent him, John 6:38, then I want you to go to Luke 19:10, then I want you to go to John 10:10. We're going to clear this up today. What was the mission of Christ coming to earth? First of all, Christ said, "For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me." So the will of God, people, even as a pastor and as a Christian, is all about obeying and following the will of God. See, Christ is leading us. See, the word of God is designed to lead us and keep us in the will. See, the will is keeping us on the right road. So Christ said, let me set the record straight. I didn't come here to do my own thing. I was sent here. My mission is to carry out the mandate of God. So what is your mandate? Luke 19:10. He said, so the Son of Man, and Luke chapter 19, verse 10, for the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which is lost. He said, I came here to save the lost. I came to save sinners. And then when you get to John 10:10, the last part of that verse, he said, I come that they might have life and that they may have it more, what? Abundantly. He said, that's my mission. My mission didn't come down here to tell you that you are not the tail but the head. I didn't come here to tell you you can speak those things that are not as though they are. I didn't come down here to tell you that life and death are in the power of the tongue. He said, I didn't come down here to make you rich. That's not my mission, to make you debt free. He said, listen, stop buying stuff and you'll be debt free. That's what you need me for? You get in debt and then you're going to pray to me and get you debt free. And you know you couldn't pay for that stuff. You know you couldn't when you got it. Jesus made it clear that my ministry is not about worldly possession. Y'all caught up with all these guys. Y'all sowing money all over the country, the money you need. Somebody said, send me $49.49. And the Lord just spoke to me. The Lord just told me to tell y'all, give me $49.49. I mean, they start saying, I mean, seem like if the Lord wants you to do that, wouldn't he have told you? Be careful how you, I heard Pastor Bowen said, folks are getting a rabbit foot. If the foot was it's such a blessing, why did the rabbit lose the foot? You can't trust something he couldn't keep. Prosperity preaching. Jesus clears it up right here. That his mission was not worldly possession, Stephen. It's not material. There's nothing wrong with, once again, let me reiterate. Invest all you can. Save all you can. That's fine. But you got atheists just as rich as... They don't believe in God. So if an atheist can be rich and a non-church believer or don't go to church can get rich, certainly we can too. There's nothing wrong with investing. There's nothing wrong with accumulating. Just don't put it before God. And that's what this is all about. Don't put it before God. Don't put that before God. And don't try to use God that way, because that is a misrepresentation of Jesus' mission. When pastors preach on that, that is a misrepresentation of the mission of Christ. And so what God said, listen, I'll settle all that. I'm going to shut the whole world down and let everybody know. I don't care how you name it and claim it. I don't care how this preacher has prophesied for you in 2020, what great things I'm going to do for you. So many people believe these preachers who was prophesizing that 2020 is your year, and God shut the whole world down in 2020. No one has the monopoly, the mind to know God's wisdom. You don't have that. Stop believing that. The mission of Christ, the reason why Christ came here, and for him coming here for one purpose, is to save us, to redo the mess Adam and Eve did in the garden, to put us back in right fellowship with God. Because this is not home. Okay? Whenever there's a misrepresentation, people are misled, Lily. People are misled when a preacher misrepresents the will of God, the mission of God. There are people who believe it and they are misled. And the Bible is full of preachers. Matter of fact, in John 10, Jesus called them hireling. They are pastor for hire. They'll say whatever you want to say to get your money. And Peter talked about them. Peter said they make you merchandise. In other words, they will preach a message that you want to hear in order for you to pay them and get rich. So I want to clear the record. The mission of Christ, number one, he came to do the will of God, not his own will. So he would not get in that problem. He would not resolve this problem. That's not my mission. That's a distraction. That's not my mission. My mission is not to make your brother treat you right. My mission is to save your soul. That's what I'm here for. And so if you come to church to think I'm going to make you rich tomorrow, you in the wrong place. You better go to a seminar, financial seminar somewhere and get... So he gives this parable to reveal the danger that comes with being selfish and greedy, Tanya. When you leave God out of your life, it's like you're building a career, you're building a life that is selfish and greedy. That's what it means. When you have a career, you have a life, and it's all about self. It's all about trying to get all you can, and you exclude others. You don't care how you mistreat people. You don't have time for God because it's all about me, myself, and I. That's what he's talking about. The ground, it says in the parable, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. The ground of a certain rich man. And he thought within himself, here we go. Here come that self. Here come that pride. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall, here we go, I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruit. You see, he was already wealthy. The man was already rich, because the Bible said the ground of a certain rich man. So he was already rich. He was wealthy before the abundance harvest. Listen, the added wealth caused some problems. Now he got some problems, which is to say money never solve all problems. It can never solve all problems. The man was blessed, but he didn't thank God for his blessing. He thought within himself. He didn't thank God. He was talking about my fruits and my good. He was lifted up in pride with what he had done. So look at his selfishness, Reverend McLawrence, and greed. He said, what shall I do? Lord, y'all ain't praying here with me. Because I have no room where to bestow my fruit. This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there I bestow all my fruits and my good. And I would say, he's gonna mess up real bad now. I would say to my soul. Ooh, he owned his own soul. So thou hast much. A soul can't eat. A soul can't drink. So thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease. Eat, man. Drink all that jack you wanna. Build your bars in your basement. Church folks ain't like that, but there are folks who got bars in their house with all kinds of liquor. See, I could preach like that to the church. We ain't like that. I heard Anthony had a man cave. I don't know what. I've been to his house to bless it, but he didn't take me down in that. He didn't want me to bless down in that cave. Something was going on in that cave down there. He thought only of self, living a good life only for this present world. And that's the danger, living a life only for this present world. There was no place for God in his life. He only lived and prepared for this world. He only prepared for this world. That's the scary part. When you only prepare for this world. Let's watch it. Let's look at the text. I want you to go to the book of James, chapter 4, verses 14 through 16. The book of James, chapter 4, 14 and 16. James warned us of that attitude, for living only for this world. Y'all there? Everybody there? He asked the question, for what is your life? He asked the question, for what is your life? Do y'all see it? He said, it is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. He said, your life is like a vapor that's on water. Then he said, for what you ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. He said, you have no control of life. So when you plan something, you always want to include Christ, the Lord, if it's your will. I would love to invest here. I would love to do this. I would love to build a house. I would love to get a car. I would love to do this. I would love to send my kids to school. I would love, Lord, if it's your will. So I need you to help me because I'm not guaranteed to see my kids grown. I'm not guaranteed to see tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm not guaranteed to see this evening. My life is like a vapor. You can take it anytime you get ready. I mean, you got some sure enough crazy folks out here now who just taking lives for no reason, just taking lives. He said, our life is like a vapor. And that's why I thought about Daphne. I told my wife, this guy that stopped Daphne when she got out of her car, he could have done more than what he did. But it was the grace of God. He tells us our life is just a vapor. It ain't yours. Your life is not yours. Your life is in the hands of God. And stop acting as though you control your life of living. You're not here because you've been lucky or you've been holy or you've been righteous. You're not here because of that. You're here because of the grace of God. God did not want your life to be taken. You had nothing to do with that. So in verse 16, he says of James chapter 4, but now you rejoice in your boasting. He's all such rejoicing is evil. He says, so it's evil and it's boastful when you plan something and don't include Christ in it. Lord, if it's your will, Lord, if it's your will, let me see this day. Lord, protect me. If it's your will, let me get this job. If it's your will, I don't want it if you don't want me to have it. Because if it's not your will, if I get it, there's no guarantee I can keep it. But if it's your will for me to get it, you're going to protect me and you're going to provide for me. And you're going to promote me. You're going to do all of it for me. If it's your will, whatever God willed us, his grace will keep us there. So he said, that's boasting. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. We are not in control of our future. We have no wisdom to see the future, nor the power to control the future. Let me close. Jesus called this rich man a fool. He said, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. He's all this you planning. Then who shall this stuff go to? Who do you know your kid's gonna spend this money so fast? All that hard work, all that staying up, all this thriving. So man, don't you know, Steve, that Sister Daniel gonna spend that money so quick? Sister Daniel told me one time, no, Lordy. Bro, all this, what I've been through with, I'm holding it on. And we know that to be true. But these children and other folk, all this hard work you put in trying to have all this land you trying to buy and real estate you trying to buy, buying up properties, doing this, doing all that, just working hard, never have time to sit down. You're constantly working. You're constantly trying to make more money. You got this house, you want another house. Now you got to get another house. You're going to refurbish that house. You don't have time for nothing. You don't have time for the family. Have time for God. It's all about making money, just constantly making money, constantly making money. God can never satisfy you. Constantly making money. There's no time for God. No time for family. No time for nothing else. Because I'm constantly making money. It's about making money. And you do know, the more money you make, the more things you do. The more things you purchase. And that's just a natural thing. I mean, if you make a lot of money, this car now they're used to serving is not good enough. I got to upgrade now. And matter of fact, I'm going to buy another car just to have the car. I drive it on occasion. All of a sudden, my house is too little. All the kids grown, ain't nobody there but you. But I got to build a larger house because my money, I'm making the money. We are constantly, see, that's the lust of money. That's what it does for you. You keep spending, you keep spending. Y'all don't got quiet over now. I ain't talking to y'all, I'm preaching. Go to Ezekiel chapter 18. I told you I went to teach this morning. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 4. There's one verse, and one part of that verse I just want to pull out. Remember what the man said now. Brian, he said, my soul. I'm going to tell my soul. Take that ease. My soul. He claimed it to be his soul, Joe. Like he owned it. Ezekiel chapter 18 and verse 4, do y'all see that? God says all souls are what? You see who owned that soul? God said, I own your soul. I gave you that. I put that in you. And the soul that's sentenced shall do what? God said, your soul belongs to me. The man took ownership of his soul. He said, I'm going to say to my soul. God said, oh, no, bro. I gave you that soul. That soul does not belong to you. I'm sending Jesus to save the soul. And I've taught you all what a soul is. The soul is the engine of the body. The soul is what causes this body to function. Every gadget has some type of engine in it, something to make it run. Our soul is what makes this body work. God said, I put that engine in you. I put that soul in you. That soul belongs to me. It belongs to the eternal world. So when you die, when your soul come out of your body, that soul is coming to stand before me. And I determine where it goes. Y'all ain't praying here with me? And the final things Jesus said in Matthew 16 and 26. Go there. Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world? Here we go again with that soul, and lose his own soul. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? It's a bad thing to be rich on this side and poor on the other side. It's a bad thing to be wealthy here on earth and living in poverty in the eternal world for all eternity. Because he didn't make preparation for the other world. Total bankruptcy is the end of this covetous man. Verse 21 of the text, this is what Jesus says. So is he that layeth up treasures for himself and is not rich towards God. This means, rich toward God means, the man is brought into judgment with his name laws, with his soul law, with the world law, for that he must leave behind, with heaven law, for he had neglected to deposit a capital in heaven. Y'all ain't praying here with me. When Jesus said, you didn't put up any richness towards me, that means Jesus said you didn't know how to acknowledge that all your blessings came from me. You couldn't give me because you had your money for something else. But I'm the one that's helping you make it. But you don't have time for me. You're putting it before everything else. He said that's a selfish spirit and a greedy spirit. You're planning to do something as though you're going to live to see it done, like nothing can happen to you. He said, you planning a life in the future and leaving me behind like you own the future. When I can take your life anytime I get ready. He said, your life is like a vapor. You're here today and gone tomorrow. You don't know what death is. You don't know what trouble is. And he said, I don't have to take your life. I can make you unhealthy. Jesus said, you planning for the soul. Like the soul can eat. Like the soul can drink. Like the soul needs some clothes. Like the soul need an automobile. Jesus said, your soul can't benefit from anything that you are doing here on earth. And there's nothing wrong with you doing it, but you excluded me. You excluded me. Listen to what Job said. Go to Job, my last verse I'm going to give you. Job chapter 1, verse 21. Job said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. He said, the Lord gave, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He said, when I came here, I was naked. I didn't have clothes when I came here. I was naked. And he said, they may clothe me when I die with some clothes. But he said, I want you to know that naked shall I return. Naked shall I return. A life filled with self and greed. A life that did not include God. A life that was planned to live forever and didn't know the future. That man died that night. And look what Jesus called a man, a fool. Jesus said, you ain't nothing but a fool. To think that you're in charge, you're in control of your life. Jesus is calling people who live like that fools because Jesus knows the other side. Jesus know the day when you got here. He know the day you were going to die. Before you even came, he knew how long we were going to live. He knew everything that was going to happen to us. And he know when we are going to die. Jesus know all of that. And so you going around here planning as though you got control of your destiny, your future. He said, you don't have control of that. I control that. And your soul is not yours. That's my soul. So he called the man a fool. So you're nothing but a fool to plan just for here and don't plan for tomorrow, for the other side. God bless you. The door of the church is open. The door is open. I hope y'all ushers told them folks that got up and walked out I wasn't talking about them. I was just preaching. They walked out when I was talking about that man cave. They're going to get Anthony's phone number and address. Do we have anyone to join this morning as a candidate of baptism? Christian experience. You want to give your life to Christ. Please do. Please do. Because this is just a temporary world. You're not going to stay here. Please make some deposits in heaven. Please. Please make some deposits in heaven. Make some deposits with God. Please, please, please. You don't want to have all the money here on earth and then you die. And you can't go to heaven because you didn't. You weren't grateful. You weren't thankful. You didn't give. You didn't help nobody. It was all about you. It was all about self. You didn't want to help no one. I pray that you all have made Jesus your choice. I pray that you recognize that everything you have, God gave it to you. I hope you recognize that everything you have accumulated in life is not yours. God only loaned it to you. And it is. It's just the Bible teaches that everything that we have, the Bible said, I think that's in Psalm 27, somewhere like, if somebody can find it, Psalm, where the Bible said God is merciful and he will lend, which he will loan us. Everything we have is loaned to us. You can't take any of this with you. It's just a loan that God give you. So, you know, when Kobe Bryant died, they said his net worth was $600 million. But he couldn't take that with him on the other side. Michael Jackson, all the millions of dollars, and all these rich people, and Steve Jobs. And when nothing wrong with the money they made. Nothing wrong with, because this, what's his name, the basketball player I just called? He just left, he had just left church. So he wasn't doing nothing wrong. He had just left church. Had the helicopter crash. He and his daughter. Our life is a vapor. We don't know where death is. The main thing, people, I'm trying to get over to you. I'm just trying to teach my people. I'm trying to teach you all. I want you to know how God works. That's important to me, that you know how God works. I don't want to mislead anybody. I don't want to be selfish and tell you what you want to hear to be a popular preacher. I'm not looking for that. I want to get your souls right with God. I want to get you to heaven. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I teach the way I teach, through the Word. Let the Word preach. Let you see the Word of God, because His Word is eternal. If we don't have any to come today, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Shiloh. It's giving time. This is your opportunity to make your deposit. Amen. Amen. So why do we give? We give because He first gave unto us. We give because we love Him, and we give because we owe Him. We've made it very easy for you to give. You can give via our new Ministry One app. Go to the App Store and download it there. You can text to give at 651-321-9200. Our website is www.shilohmbc.net. You can bring it in or mail it into the church. Trustees will be at the rear to receive your offering as you exit. God bless you. Have a blessed week.
God bless you. This week, tentatively, we will funeralize this coming Thursday. We have not finalized anything, but we will make sure everyone will know. But we are trying to work with Thursday for Mother Catherine Poole funeral, one of the mothers of this church. But Catherine has a legacy here. This was a singing child. A lot of you all did not get a chance in this church. In this church, you didn't get a chance to meet her and hear her. Oh my God. She could sing. Sometimes the church would be so tore up, I didn't even have to preach. I said, let's just go home. Just give before you leave, but let's go home. Catherine Poole was some type of singer. And Stephen wrote songs, and Catherine made God Is Keeping Me
very popular that the Mississippi Mass Choir heard it. They wanted it. And Steve wrote another song for Catherine, and the Chicago Mass Choir heard it, and they got it. So I want y'all to play God is Keeping Me, and I want to show them Catherine. I'm going to let you hear the original God is Keeping Me.
He gave me activity.
Catherine Poole. Catherine Poole. Catherine, we love you. We're going to miss you, girl. The Mississippi Mass Choir heard that song. They got in contact with the bishop. So we want it. Stephen said, he like his mother. Okay. He got him a lawyer, so all right. We can work it out. But didn't Catherine sing that song? Steve wrote another song for her, and you can go on Apple Music and Amazon. There's a TikTok. And that ain't no TikTok, not no music. Okay, I leave it alone. I am right though. Apple Music, right? Okay. I heard of TikTok. I thought that's music too. But I mean, listen. This choir, your Shiloh choir, at the old church, I know we've done one here, but at the old church, you want to hear some music, pull up them old albums, them old CDs. And it is on Apple Music right there. I know I got that one right. All right. I want the visitors now to please stand. All visitors, please stand. We want to recognize you. Is Catherine, any Catherine people in the house today? Oh! Yeah. Nita? I didn't know you was here to Ebony, and I know y'all was sitting over here. These are Catherine children. Come here. Put your shoes on. Hurry up. Come up here. Come here. Come up here. Come up here, man. Come on up. I did not know them children was here. Come up. What else? Some over here? Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can sit down. Listen, this family, these young people grew up with my children. Their mother, every Sunday, was a part of the growth of this church. You talking about singing us crazy, and Nita, the oldest one, I want you to have greetings, some type of words. You can't do it. Can you do it?
I don't know. It's all right. Bring greetings. Good morning, Michelle.
That's all right. That's all right.
Honestly, I just want to thank everyone for their calls and text messages, support. It's been a difficult time, but God is keeping us. So we're going to hold it together, and we're going to do our best to carry on with the legacy that my mother left behind. So I just ask if you guys would just continue to keep us in your prayers. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to do it. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Thank you so much.
Give them another hand. God bless you. I want you to know Nita could sing as well. Visitors, if you would just go, if y'all would usher the visitors to the visitor center so they can learn more about the ministry. All visitors, if you can go to the visitor center. Don't forget, this coming Saturday, members, we have an appreciation dinner with you all. We want to just say thank you all so much for what you do. You all do so much. and we just want to have a little fun. You can bring some games with you if you want to play some games. But we're going to honor you. You work year-round. You've been doing it for years, some of you, and we just want to say thank you. Yeah, the time is 2 o'clock. Liz and Minnie will be giving some of you all some calls this week, letting you know that you really need to be there, some of you. And we want all of you that's in a ministry, whatever ministry you're in, we want to honor you with a dinner. Pastor want to tell you just how much he appreciates you. So please come to that. Let's get our communion. So we can, if you will stand. And we know what it stands for. We know that the bread stands for the body of Christ that was crucified, speared on the cross. He said to his disciple, "Take ye and eat." And we know that the wine represents the blood that he shedded, which represents the New Testament. He said, "Take ye and drink." God bless you all and have a blessed day.